good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are in the world. My name is Nick Ferrand, and these are my Italian one-take property tours. Now, for those of you who watched last week's video, I said I was going to be in Chianti in Tuscany. Now, I'm in Tuscany, but I'm not in Chianti. And the reason why I'm not in Chianti is that it's been pouring with rain all week. And so I had to make a decision to do something, and I've decided to actually do this. And I think that this is perfect. Now, there's grey sky and intermittent sunshine, but what you're looking at to the left of me here is a national park. And this house is in a tiny little hamlet of only 70 inhabitants in the middle of a national park. Now, the property we're going to see today used to be the house of the bishop, and there's a monastery over there, and it's just, you walk through the woods and climb up and you go and see it. And I've done that with Mackie, and it's just outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And prior to the bishop taking residency here, it used to be a military watchtower. Now, the building itself was built in the 17th century, but basically this little bogle dates back to the 12th century, and I'm going to show you later a 12th century chapel and a 12th century road. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, the first thing I want to show you is this colour. I just adore this. I mean, autumn is just such a beautiful time. You know, it's not time that everybody will want to come, on their vacation, but, for those of you that like walking and the country life, this is just outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Now, I'm going to show you the side of the building and the stonework as we pull up. Now, personally, I think there would have been an extra floor on that at some stage. A lot of the towers were taken down, or the top floors were taken down. And behind me, there's parking for 5 or 6 cars on a nice piece of land with a shed. And we might also get round to doing that later. Now, we come through these gates into the courtyard. And you've got a small garden area for barbecue, and we're in the little hamlet, and I don't know whether you can see far into the distance. I think we're going to have a better look at it when we get to the roof terrace. And you've got a very nice loggia in metal and glass as we come in. So this is your entrance. There will be a slightly different sound as we go in on the microphone, and we are going to basically just turn around and I'm going to show you the front door. So really lovely entrance. You've just come on your long walk, and you've pre-booked your B&B and you come in. Now, I'm not going to turn that light on, and it might be a little bit grainy because I had to set the lighting balance for the kind of grey day, and also for the interior lights in one go. And it is extremely orange, that light, so I'm going to leave that off for a sec. Now, you come into the ground floor, and what you see here is a kind of your meeting place. You've taken off your boots, you've had a little brush up, you come down, and this is basically, you would have, I expect, probably, your breakfast outside, but here you've got your meeting room and some sofas, and then as we push past the table and we go up into a communal kitchen area, spotlights, nice pointed original stonework, and then a fitted kitchen and a view over the mountains and a few houses which are scattered around. I'll just see if I can get the camera to adjust, and we get a little bit, can't put the camera out, but you can see what a grey day it is today. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, I like it. And if I just come round and I show you basically the return of that. And I think that that's absolutely fantastic. You know, you come back from your rambling, make yourself a nice cup of tea. Right, so coming round, and I would say to you, looking up at the ceiling here and looking down at the tread, and if I pull the gimbal down, you've got a very nice, again, steel door, which is a later addition, and a very nice step coming down with a handrail, and that potentially would have been, you know, another formal entrance. So I'm not quite sure whether the one that we came in would have been the one that the bishop would have used, or he would have come from the other road which is around. Very nice prints of grapes. And then we come back into, and the door says room number 8. Incredibly lucky for some. So we come into the first room, and this is basically a little suite with a single bed. And then as we come round, we've got nice painted walls and steps which lead up into a corridor. It's kind of higgledy-piggledy, and I really like that. And then as you come along the corridor, travertine on the floor, there's some terracotta around, and then you come into a bedroom. Now this room is not that big, and the ceiling is relatively low, probably about 3 meters. But yeah, it's absolutely charming. You know, if you were going to make it as a single suite, you saw where we came in that there was a single bed, but I'm sure that you could put some, if you didn't want to, some very nice closets, and you know, to put all your knickknacks and bits and pieces there. Now I'm just going to open this door, and in here there is a good sized bathroom with sink and a shower, toilet and a bidet. Yeah, room number 8, jolly nice room. Oh. Okay, so we come out and then we come back into the hallway. It's a little bit dark. I'm just going to show you this, if I can turn the light on. Yes, I think I can. There. Oh, camera will focus and adjust. There you have a cloakroom. Now we're going to go up the stairs, but I am going to turn those lights on if I can. There, because it's not too bad. So stone tread. A little knight in the window to look after you. Quite nice colour the way that they've done that, and that would have been an original lookout. Here you have part of a painting of Piero della Francesca, and depending who you talk to, was one of the most of, if not the most famous Renaissance painters. In my view, Caravaggio is my main man. Now look, first floor. Now this could be a self-contained apartment, because if we pull into this room, you will see that it's got a jolly nice double bed, and some lights which have been put up on the ceiling. That's quite good, and I can probably now give you a better view. The chap that had the donkey is obviously living next door, and he's got his wood burning stove on because I can see the smoke coming out and looking up over the countryside, and it's just beautiful. Really is beautiful. Absolutely loads of water which are around here, being in the reserve as I came up, and you might have heard at the beginning of the video a stream and waterfall below. I'm not quite sure if that's an original piece which has been put there or an addition, but I see that basically it's predisposed for a TV in this room. Now, that room doesn't have its own ensuite bathroom. The other two apartments do, but it does have this bathroom next door, and that's a brand new bathroom. And it's very modern, and you've got a nice sink, toilet and bidet. And if I step in, and just to the right of me, or now the left of me, there's a bath and a shower unit. It's a shower pull-up actually. Moving across the hallway. And if we go into bedroom number 2, that's interesting. Right, why from, oh, the first room was bedroom number 1. Right, okay. So bedroom number 2, again, very nice. If you were coming on your walking tour holiday and you wanted to come and stay here for the night, you've got a very nice double bedroom. And then basically a built-in closet, and just to the left of me, I'm going to open that, there is a bathroom, and I can see the toilet seat up. Right, and a nice shower. Yeah, perfect. You might be able to hear the extractor fan going. I just want to thank you all for your comments from last week. I do absolutely adore receiving your comments, and I do reply to all sensible comments. Right, so we are now into suite number 3, and it's quite similar to the one that we saw on the ground floor. And as we come through the door, you have basically a single bed. I suppose for a large group it would be absolutely perfect. A nice window overlooking the countryside. A wardrobe which was built in the 1940s. I couldn't really like that. And then if we pull round, I'll show you the bathroom in a second as we come back, and then you come into a bedroom of apartment number 3, and you've got a wrought iron bed, a nice window where you can lie in bed and look out over the countryside, and then a little wardrobe for your belongings. But again, if it was just the two of you, you could utilize the other room as your stuff, and obviously with the other wardrobe as well. Now, bathroom en suite, no bidet in this room, and I'm not going to push out the window. I think we're going to do that when we get to the terrace upstairs. So what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential bedrooms. Now if we come along here, and then this says number 4, and I am going to turn the light on here on the stairs. And again, as we go up, there's a very nice original tread. There is the probably the second most important picture. Again, it depends on your point of view of Piero della Francesca, and that is the pregnant Madonna. Now this is a self-contained apartment. So as we get into this area, you've got a double bedroom and a really jolly big closet. Insulated roof, which I can see above. And then you come into a really jolly nice living room. Well, this is the apartment I would like to rent. Modern built-in kitchen. In the corner there is a fridge and then a freezer, and then you've got a 4 burning hob and a oven. And if we come round and then I show you the reverse, you have a steel staircase which leads up to 2 single beds. Yeah, oh, absolutely fantastic. Well, if you were just 2 of you and some kids and you wanted to rent out the rest of it in the summer months to make a little bit of an income, then that would be absolutely perfect. Each floor has an independent gas central heating system. No bidet, very nice shower. Now we're going to go out into this beautiful terrace. Just open this door. Then I'm going to give you a little view of the hamlet itself. The camera will adjust. It's actually quite dark. I can see the sun. I might try to lighten it up in post-production. I'm not going to do anything now. But there's the road, which you can see, which is just over here. And this little, Borgo has 2 restaurants. Now, I've eaten at one of them, and they have a set menu where you get about 6 courses. The last time I went there, which was pre-COVID, and it was 30 euros per person, and the food was just delicious. I mean, honestly, look at that for a bit of nature reserve in Italy. I can hear the water running down. Yeah, the views are absolutely gorgeous. Even on a day like today, you've got mist on one side, open view, cloud, other stone houses dotted around. And as I said to you, it's only 7 kilometers from a really fabulous town. Right, let's get downstairs and let's show you the chapel. And I'll show you the road, and then we can talk about all the other things which are important about this property. Right, I'm going to come out of the loggia and into the garden area, and I think I'm going to decide, yes, I am going to. Actually, oh, you can see a bit of blue sky. I'm going to come down into the garden area. Now, this garden has been set up to have a jacuzzi or a hot tub, And then at the same time there was planning permission for a swimming pool, but I'm not exactly sure where that was. I'm going to have to ask the owner. Right, out of the gate, and then we're going to walk just around here. At the beginning of the video I showed you the front door, and then we came down some stairs, and again, yeah, maybe that was the front door. Yep. It's beautiful though, isn't it? I suppose you could use it as the front door. Oh, I forgot to mention that the first floor, the first bedroom that we saw on the left-hand side, that has been again predisposed for a kitchen. So if you wanted to seal that up and make it as an independent apartment, then one could. Now, look, that is 1200 years old. What a fantastic road that is. And you can see how someone has actually taken stones. If I try to get a bit closer, you can see that. They've taken the stones and laid them in the road. Amazing. Absolutely love it. Right, here it is. Now this chapel is deconsecrated and it basically hasn't had a lot of work done to it. And I don't know how well we're going to do on this, because I'm just going to open the door. I'm going to see whether there's, oh my God, there's a Bakelite switch. Right, okay, let's show some respect, although it is deconsecrated. Now, supposedly, in this chapel, there is a secret passage which was built, or tunnel I should say, for the bishop to either escape to this house or escape from this house to the monastery. And under here, if I try to lift this up, you can see, I don't know whether you can see, but can you see there? Oh, I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but there is a stone and it looks like there is a tunnel underneath. Well, I mean, more investigation is needed. And then just over here, you have this beautiful vase for your holy water. Now, there is another room, but I don't know whether we can get in there. I don't want to fumble around with the lighting to make sure, but I just want to I do want to show you that, because that is a 1930s Bakelite switch. And probably the cables from the same period as well. I mean, it is phenomenal, isn't it, really? If you think about it, it's only been, how long, 150 years since we've had electricity? Okay. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, what have we got? A stone house, it's 200 square meters. It used to be the summer residency of the bishop. It dates back to around the 17th century. This little hamlet dates around to the 12th century. I showed you the road and the chapel and everything else. It has a secret tunnel. Yeah, we'd like to go and have a look for that. We are 682 meters above sea level. But what's incredibly important about this bed and breakfast is that you are on the trail of Francis of Assisi. So there are a lot of pilgrims that actually follow in the footsteps of Francis of Assisi. And so I expect that those people will be making their journeys as they go along and using this as a stop-off point. So I expect basically this will be forever used. There was a planning application for a swimming pool that's lapsed. You could probably, make another application as well if you wanted to. The property tax for this property, and this is an approximation at this moment in time, we asked the owner and he said the property tax was €2,000 a year to include the rubbish tax, and that equates to about €40 a week. Two restaurants, and I have been to one of the restaurants and the food is amazing and you literally walk down the road. So I think that basically there is quite a lot of life here. This building, this small Borgo, if you like, there was a census here recently and there are 70 inhabitants and a donkey. Right, now, price. What are we doing? Loads of bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 2 WCs, over 3 floors. There's plumbing for a hot tub. Have we done the bus service? There's a bus that leaves here every morning and comes back in the day, and I think that's for the children that live here. And I think it goes early in the morning, probably about 7:30. It's only 7 kilometres away, and it comes back probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock. What have I done with the price? Price, €475,000. And if you want to, you could buy everything in the house, all the furniture, absolutely everything, by separate negotiation. What do you think? Comments below. Actually, I love receiving your comments, so please send me comments. I reply to all sensible comments. My name is Nick Ferrand and these are my Italian one-take property tours. Thank you for coming along on this tour. For those of you who have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, would you be so kind and just push those buttons, and that will help me so I can help you. Hopefully next week we'll be in Chianti together and I'll see you there. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.